Welcome everybody to a new show here, GNT show.
Yeah. Episode number 2, 2018.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, we're here to talk about the big topics of the week.
Yeah. So, video games, and not much to talk about this week. To be honest.
Yeah.
Not big news this week, but
we're waiting for E3 to be honest.
Yeah.
The race for E3 is here.
Yeah. But let's talk about some details we got this week from Fortnite, for example.
Okay.
What do you got to tell us about that?
Fortnite. It smashed the previous record for the most profitable month, March. The highest ever, and now April, 296 million, new record.
Wow, and that is a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
Free-to-play game, only microtransactions, which are not, performance enhanced. No, they're just like superficial.
Mm-hmm. And apparently the biggest uptick is for consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, more people are playing consoles.
For example, my nephew loves Fortnite. He's obsessed with Fortnite.
Really?
He has Fortnite on his computer. He has Fortnite on his iPad. He has Fortnite on PS4.
Fortnite everywhere.
He's a PS4 player.
Yeah.
He loves to play on the PS4. He's not used to play on the computer, much less on the iPad. I play Fortnite occasionally. I don't like those type of games too much. It is entertaining. It is very good. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
But I can see why people play on consoles more than on PC.
I mean, yeah.
But the thing is that Fortnite, what it has going for it, like I said, it has PS4, Xbox. I think it's gonna come to Switch eventually. It has PC. It has iPads and mobile. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. The only thing left, I think, is the microwave or something like that. Like it's everywhere. So it is understandable. Well, it still is impressive. 296 million in 1 month is
a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So, but it's only going to it's only going to continue growing. And
you think it's going to get better for May?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Still riding that wave.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to break again. Break the record. But it's going to continue being on top like that.
Probably for a few months.
Yeah, if they continue upgrading the content, giving us more content season, the next year, I think it's season 4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably it's going to continue growing.
Yeah,
but they're going to continue milking. Well, I'm not going to say milking, but it sounds
upgrading though.
Yeah, upgrading. Giving us more seasons, more content, more stuff. So, yeah.
I hope so. Speaking of money,
yeah.
God of War. A single player that could.
The game that proved EA wrong. Well, yes. They were wrong. Everybody knew that. But God of War made a big statement, punching those guys in the face, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
Single player.
God of War has become the fastest selling exclusive for the PS4.
Yes.
2.4
and the most profitable.
Yeah. 2.4 million copies.
Yeah.
Since release last month.
That's
very impressive.
I think we're a little more than a month after the release of God of War. You haven't played it, right?
No.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm waiting for the whole thing to come out, like Game of the Year.
It already came out, man. So,
Game of the Year?
It's going to be Game of or it's going to have a Game of the Year edition, but there's no DLC, man.
Really?
Let it go. There will be no DLC.
It'll be cheaper.
That is true. But you should buy the full price.
I mean,
and I'm not Jeremy Jones.
I usually buy them like in bulk. I buy 5-6 games. I'm still working on the 5-6 games that I bought February. I'm down to my last one, Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim. Yeah, you never played it on PS3. I platinumed it on PS4. So
when?
This year.
There you go.
Yeah, but I had played it on PS3, so and I beat the game. I didn't platinum it, but I beat it.
I know you.
2011.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm glad for PS4. For God of War, for PS4, obviously, it's an exclusive. I'm very happy for Cory Barlog. I obviously don't know the guy, but he's in all the interviews I've seen him. He's a great guy.
Top of the world.
Top of the world. But he deserves it. The amount of detail in this game, all those little things in the game are so fantastic. This guy has it very clear in his head where he wants to go.
Yeah.
And he's awesome, man. I cannot wait for the next God of War. I want to play the game.
And so, just a little bit more information on the same report. PS4 once again won the month for more consoles sold, and consoles are up 44% thanks to Fortnite and God of War.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
No,
I read that actually PS4 had doubled, I think, the sales from Xbox One this month.
They had a good exclusive.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that is why Xbox is trailing. Well, basically, they're trailing because of the disaster that was their press conference in 2013.
Yeah, but at the same...
But the exclusives, PS4 has the best exclusives. That's why I bought a PS4.
Me too.
So
but at the same time, 2013, they made a few fumbles, but they didn't. They did rectify it, but they didn't keep pushing more exclusives.
The thing is, first impression, man, it's so important, and they blew it, especially with PS4 coming after them, giving us everything we wanted.
Yeah, but at the same time, you cannot say that just because they had a bad start, that's the reason why they didn't get better.
Yeah.
The problem with the Xbox is they're not releasing exclusives or enough exclusives.
They started, wrong. They have continued in the wrong path. There are no great exclusives in the Xbox One, in my opinion.
Like, for example, top of my head, God of War, Bloodborne, the Uncharted,
Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man is coming, Detroit Become Human has had great reviews. We're not going to talk about Detroit Become Human right now because we haven't played it.
Yeah. It's on my list.
Yeah. Death Stranding is coming. The Last of Us 2, part 2.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Well, we don't know what that's coming out. Days Gone looks amazing. Game Informer. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But PS4's lineup has been and looks to be amazing. So
Xbox strategy on paper sounds good. Like, we have the best console. Yeah, but what's a good console if there's no games to play?
Yeah. Besides,
we're not saying there's no game to play. There's a lot of games on the
third
Xbox.
Parties.
But the third parties. We need good exclusives.
Yeah. The exclusives are the reason why, at least me, and I believe you too, I decided to buy a console. I buy Nintendo because of the console. Because of the exclusives.
Oh, apart from the fumble, when I was looking at 2013, when I'm gonna get back on because I skipped the PS3, Xbox 360
era.
The era. I was like, I'm gonna get back on gaming. I was like, what games can they offer me right now that would make me gonna play? You know what swayed me? Last of Us.
Last of Us. Yeah.
That's what is Last of Us?
The second best
exclusive. Yes, exclusive. Like, if you wanted to play The Last of Us, there's only one place to go. Well, two places to go. PS3 and PS4. But
when I decided to buy a PS3 back in 2010, I looked at the list of best PS3 games, and on that list was Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, and those were exclusive to the PlayStation. And also Arkham Asylum, which was bam, that was a great game.
Yeah, but
those are that's what it comes down to, exclusives.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Speaking of exclusive, let's go to the world of Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have a little bit of news
apparently, from the sources from Japan have stated that there has been an N64 trademark from Nintendo, which a lot of people are speculating that could mean that it will continue the trend of, the classic consoles.
Remasters.
Not remaster, but a classic re-release of this time Nintendo 64. We had the NES and the SNES Classic coming out. I think the NES had like 30 classic games. The SNES Classic had like 21, I believe. So that leads us to believe that the N64 Classic is coming out. Mm-hmm. And that's a topic I wanted to talk with you about.
Do you want
how many games do you think? They're way bigger
50,
games.
50.
50?
50 to 100.
No, I mean, how many games do you think they're going to put in the N64 Classic?
To start?
Not to start, because the NES and the SNES had 30 and 21. No more, no less. Never again. They come out with that number.
For the NES, it was how many?
NES, 30, I think. And SNES, Super Nintendo, was like 21.
If I had to,
I would say 15.
15?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. They're bigger games.
But half of NES?
Yeah. And the NES, the NES games are way, smaller in terms of their size.
There's way more games that I want to play than 15.
I know, but
okay,
the thing
20.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna do more than 20. To be honest,
give me your 5 that you want to like. This game has to be here.
But
I know
games. Games I want.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about I start?
Okay, start.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye has to Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, obviously.
Mario Party 2.
2, yeah.
First one
I have nostalgia for the first one.
First one is great, but
2 is better. Yeah. 2 is better, yeah.
Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers and Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Those were
Fox.
Star Fox, yeah.
Star Fox.
Donkey Kong 64.
Ocarina of Time.
Banjo-Kazooie. Ocarina of Time, obviously. Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Great. But the thing is, you have the Nintendo.
FIFA 98.
Superstar Soccer.
Yes.
But I don't think that they're going to choose that. And you also got to, think about the licenses.
1 or 2 Pokemon games.
Pokemon Snap.
I'm leaning towards Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That game was.
I would love. I know.
That game was legit.
I know because of licensing that it's not going to be possible, but No Mercy. That was awesome.
That was a good game.
I love WWF No Mercy. It will be WWE No Mercy this time, but I don't think there are problems with licensing.
Okay, but top three. Top 3.
Top 3.
I think I would go.
Zelda's got to be there.
Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask?
I would say Majora's Mask because Ocarina of Time we have the re-release in 3DS. We had the re-release in 3DS.
I would still go.
Well, we also had the Majora's Mask, but
I would go Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is the best seller for me.
I think I would go.
If I had to choose Ocarina of Time,
okay.
Mario Party 2,
okay,
and probably. I don't know. It's difficult.
Okay, I would go. Well, you think of your third one. I would go Mario Kart 64, Mario Party 2, and
Zelda.
No, I would go Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros.
That's
that would be the other one.
If you want your family, like the ultimate test for your family to survive is either play the 4-way on GoldenEye, Mario Party, Mario Kart, or Super Smash. Those four. That's the test.
Man, those
friendships are ruined.
Those were good times.
Families are tested.
Yeah,
with those games,
and rivalries are born.
Some rivalries are still going on today.
Yes, they are. But anyways, what do you guys think about the N64 Classic? What games would you like to see? Tell us in the comment section below. But let's continue with the show.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about, man?
Movies.
Interesting.
Yeah, movies.
Talk about Han Solo.
Han Solo. Bad news.
How disappointing it has been.
I haven't seen it. I'm probably going to see it this week because there's nothing from the trailers or the trades that have told me like this is a movie that I have to see.
Yeah.
Every single movie before Han Solo, so Episode 7, 8, and Rogue One.
Yeah.
I've been there opening night.
And I haven't been opening night, but I've seen them all. I've wanted to see them all.
I loved Episode 7. Rogue One was very good. Almost up there with Episode 7. I was split on The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I thought things that were amazing, but there's also things that I didn't like.
I think
some split. But this movie,
I think that Force Awakens was a nostalgia trip.
Yeah, it was an event. I knew you needed to go there.
Yeah. It wasn't that the movie was that good. It was just a nostalgia trip that made it awesome. Rogue One was a great movie. Very slow start. Fantastic ending. One of the best endings, I think. Arguably the best ending in a Star Wars movie. Arguably.
Best moment.
Yeah, one of the best moments.
This is the Vader that we like. This guy is hunting down Jedi.
Yeah, the Last Jedi was major disappointment.
I mean,
in terms of payoffs,
you got to think about that. Vader had that little fight with Ben Kenobi like 2 days later.
That is true.
Anyways, and then you had Episode 8, which I think we saw together. I think we saw together.
Yeah, the Last Jedi. No, I saw it with my nephew. You already had seen it.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is that was major disappointment in terms of payoffs. It was a great build, awful payoff. And that's what killed it for me.
Yeah. There's some storylines that okay, we've talked about this. I wasn't a fan of some of the choices, like you said. Some storylines went nowhere, were inconsequential to the overall plot to the movie. And there's obviously no communication between J.J. Abrams, who did Episode 7, is doing 9, and
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Carried it out there. Ryan Johnson. He did Episode 8. Yeah, there was no communication there.
Yeah.
So
apparently none.
No.
But the thing is that with Han Solo, I know a lot of people have said that we already know what happens to Han Solo. We already know he's not going to die and what's up. In my opinion, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
It's not that, I know that he's not going to die. That's not the point. Sure. I want to see the Clone Wars. Well, I saw the the TV series, but I want to see the real Clone Wars. I want to see the Jedi Purge. We already know who survives, who doesn't. Yeah. But you still want to see it. Yeah. The thing is, nobody cared about Han Solo running the Kessel Run and all that stuff.
Kessel Run into a parsec.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is that this is the movie that supposedly we're going to see how Han Solo became Han Solo, but I don't want to know that. I want to see Harrison Ford being Han Solo. I don't want some random guy.
Yeah. And part of that, there are a lot of other scenarios that people want to see. One of them we're going to talk about later
a little bit.
But in my opinion, they should just stay away from that time.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi movie.
Except for that.
What about the Jedi Purge?
And I personally would like to see an Order 66 movie. Right? No, we saw a like a
execute orders.
Yeah, we saw like a very short version of it, like 1 minute. I want to see Anakin all the way entering the Jedi Temple, kicking ass.
Anakin is dead. There's only Darth Vader.
Exactly. Well, Darth Vader entering and killing, every Jedi. I want to see him as Darth Vader hunting down Jedi until he, finds Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that's what it is.
What about the Star Killer story?
That's not canon.
I know, but what about we make it canon?
No, nothing.
You don't want to see the Star Killer story?
That was too much for me. It was like, dude, that's not...
Good game, though.
I didn't like it that much, but anyways.
Or about Knights of the Old Republic. Let's go.
That was exactly what I was going to say. I want to see full version of the Old Republic.
The battles between the Sith and the Jedi at the top.
How the Sith, were extinct for so long, Or maybe a Darth Plagueis movie. That would be awesome. Until he dies in episode 1.
Did he?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes. He did die. He was killed in his sleep by Palpatine.
Who told you that? It's not a story that Jedi's tell.
Well, they didn't know. But anyways,
the story itself. Han Solo has been underperforming. It made in the 4-day Memorial Day weekend. It's expected to make from $110 to $115 million with a 3-day $90 million result. This is significant because it's the lowest since the Disney acquisition. Rogue One, which is the third, it's $60 million on top of it. And that had brand new characters. This has Han Solo, young Han Solo, established character, arguably bigger cast. We have Woody Harrelson, we have Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones, and the Han Solo character itself. Like, this should be doing better. Yeah. But as you've seen, Episode 7, Rogue One, Episode 8. Han Solo, like the bar is continually going down.
Yeah, in terms of quality and in this case,
money.
Yeah, revenue. Because I think The Last Jedi made more money than Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
But
at the same time, it's too much. Star Wars is supposed to come.
Star Wars is supposed to feel special.
It's an event.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode 4, 5, and 6 had 3 years and nothing.
And the same with
the society was different. Like, you had to catch them at the movies, or you had to wait months just to. And you didn't even have the internet. You could watch them anytime you want. You had to wait until it was on TV.
Yeah.
And then in the 90s, we got the first prequel made over $1 billion. Yeah. They continually also went down, but those movies were not good.
But people wanted to see.
Yeah, and now we have good movies. Arguably,
this is the first Star Wars movie I don't want to see.
Do you feel fatigued? Too much? Is there a thing as too much Star Wars?
I don't. Some people say yes. I don't think that's the case. I think that it's not the quantity; it's the quality.
You know what my problem with these movies? What? I don't feel like I lose anything by not watching it.
Exactly.
I still get
but that's not because of the quantity; it's because of the quality.
Yeah, I have Han Solo. Exactly. Harrison Ford's Han Solo is still great.
If you tell me that every single year we're going to have a great Star Wars movie, awesome.
If
you're going to tell me we're going to have an awful Star Wars movie every 2-3 years, I don't care.
Also,
I don't want to see them.
also bringing it to Disney, like they own Marvel and they own Star Wars. We get a lot of Marvel movies, like 3 a year, and
there's no fatigue.
Like we're want to see more because
they continually do awesome movies.
Because
even with very obscure characters.
Yeah, but those are characters that make sense, and you want to see them evolve
but
because
they make us care.
And there's a payoff. We're gonna get like Avengers movie in 2-3 years. Like this is the big event.
Exactly.
But how are these stories interconnected? Like, oh yeah, like this is what happens, and this is the character you see here. This is how it happened. That's how they got there. They started here, and we see the journey. But I don't really need to see the journey of Han Solo.
Exactly. There's nothing interesting about Han Solo's journey. There's interesting stuff about probably Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, Boba Fett, which is coming, and other characters. Mace Windu, probably Qui-Gon Jinn, all those guys. Yeah. Yoda, yeah. But Han Solo, no, he's not. He's not that. I mean, he's a great character. Harrison Ford made Han Solo. It's like Han Solo is Harrison Ford.
He built it from down to here.
Yeah,
which makes sense because he was a carpenter.
That is true.
Before getting his big break. Anyways, I think we covered that enough. Yeah. It's not doing as much as it used to do. Also, you announced it. Boba Fett's movie has been announced. Yeah. We also have a director. Jason Mangold is going to direct.
I have no idea who he is.
He did Logan.
I did not see that movie.
This is the problem in the JNT show. Like, I see the movies, he doesn't. How can you not see Logan?
You have to take me to the movies.
How can you not see Logan?
I don't know.
It's Logan. It's like the end. Like, we're not going to get Hugh Jackman anymore. I cried.
Really?
Yeah. Spoiler alert. He died.
Yeah, I do know that. That was heartbreaking. Yeah.
Huh? You didn't even watch it. You didn't even know.
It was sad. I didn't see Michael Jackson die. It was still heartbreaking.
Michael Jackson was a real person. Was a real person.
Exactly. I didn't need to see him die.
Logan was not a real person.
But I don't know. The thing is, you have to take me to the movies so I can see the movie.
Anyways, do you want to see a Boba Fett movie, honestly?
Yes.
I don't.
I do.
I don't get that. Okay, you sell me why do you want to see a Boba Fett movie, and I will tell you why I don't need one.
If I, base myself on Return of the Jedi, no. But if they can convince me,
the last impression we got,
exactly, that was dumb. But if they can convince me that Boba Fett is the badass that everyone wants him to be,
he's a clone.
So
he's a sucky clone.
So
we saw him in episode 2. He's a bad.
He was a little boy.
He was a bad clone.
He was a little boy.
He was a wimp.
He was like 8 years old.
Exactly. He was annoying. I know the way.
The thing is that they can, if they show us why he is
a badass. Bounty hunter.
He's a bounty hunter. But why he is a badass, that's going to be awesome. If they give us a movie like Han Solo with Boba Fett,
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a team-up movie. I'm tired of Star Wars giving us team-up movies.
Yeah, I want to see,
He's a loner.
You know what would be awesome? Kind of like I know that wasn't a great movie, but kind of like a Condemned kind of movie, but with the Star Wars bounty hunters. You have to deal, but something like that, If there's a big bounty, you have all these bounty hunters.
That's a big obscure reference.
That exactly. But, you have this big bounty, this guy that they have to kill, massive, mission. All these bounty hunters, Cad Bane, Boba Fett, I don't know, all those guys. Greedo, all those guys competing to get, that bounty. That bounty.
That's what you want to see.
Kill that guy. Imagine that.
Boba Fett killing somebody.
Exactly.
That's what you want to see.
I want to see him as badass. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
I don't want him to be, like you said, a wimp. I want him to be a badass.
Okay. I get the character of Boba Fett. Like, he is a bounty hunter. He doesn't ask questions. If you pay him to do a job, he will do it. And I don't need to know any more than that. We saw him working for Vader. He didn't care that. He knew that Vader would probably kill Han Solo by leaving him in nitrogen.
Yeah, the freeze chamber.
We know that. He captured Han Solo. He contributed to the Empire, win.
But we didn't see him as a badass. We just see him as someone he was spying.
Like, why would you need to see more of a character that you didn't really get that much to begin with?
Why not?
Like, I don't get the hype of Boba Fett. Like, he's a serviceable character.
Let's face it. He looks cool.
That's it. That's why you want a movie because
no, but it's a very marketable character.
A Mandalorian.
The Mandalorians are badasses, man.
Dude, they got annihilated in the Clone Wars.
Did they?
Yeah.
They had a rebel, like a rebel, group.
What did it do for them?
I don't know. They just are and look cool. And I think if they make a good Boba Fett movie, I'm all in.
I think this is gonna flop like a Han Solo. Like, okay, they're making like if you compare them to like normal movies, they're making a lot of money. But
I would wait to see the trailer. I think Boba Fett has the potential to do something very interesting. For example, would you like to see a Darth Maul movie?
A Darth Maul movie?
But a good Darth Maul movie. Obviously, if they mistreat the character, I don't want to see it.
Episode 1 was a great movie for Darth Maul.
Yeah, but there wasn't a Darth Maul movie.
He was the villain. Like, you want the bad guy to be like...
Yeah, but he was...
So you want a Suicide Squad movie? The bad guys...
I want, like, Palpatine sending him to do a mission before...
He did?
Before episode 1.
Oh.
Where he does not die.
He's the training
exactly.
of the Dark Apprentice.
Exactly. I want to see something like that, yeah.
I mean, the whole thing about Darth Maul was that he was a secret.
So
he
can still be a secret.
Yeah, but you don't really send him to the universe. Like, he could get, spotted.
So, he could just kill any witness.
Yeah, but you can't really kill every witness. Like,
and you gotta face it. He wasn't down in a bunker all that time. He was just released. He had missions, I assume.
We don't know that. I mean, the Jedi's were at the height of their power. Like, the reports would have reached the council that, there's this guy with a red lightsaber killing X amount of people or doing some damage.
No witnesses.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm all in for a Darth Maul movie. I'm all in for a Boba Fett movie.
So
they do it right.
You're for the Boba Fett movie.
I'm all in. But if they do it right, like I said, if that trailer disappoints me like the Solo trailer did, I'm not gonna watch it. That's that.
So you're not gonna watch the Han Solo movie.
If you drag me to the movie,
I have to drag you for a movie that I don't really want to see.
Exactly.
Oh, goody.
Is there gonna be dragging?
Probably not physically.
Okay. That's all I want to say.
Okay. One of the last few tidbits. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing Mysterio.
Mysterio
in the new
Spider-Man Homecoming 2?
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man 2?
2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Mysterio.
Do you like the character Mysterio?
I don't know too much about him, but from what I remember in the Spider-Man
animated,
the animated Spider-Man, the animated series,
he creates illusions.
Exactly, yeah. He was an interesting villain.
I liked him as a character for an animated show. I don't know how he's gonna
translate
to the live action.
I don't know, man.
Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor.
Yeah, he is.
But I don't see him as Mysterio.
If you would tell me what villain do you want Jake Gyllenhaal to be, I would have never said Mysterio.
Yeah.
Probably.
What would you say?
I don't know. I actually don't know, but it wouldn't have been Mysterio.
Okay.
That I'm sure.
I don't know. Like,
probably
he would have been a good movie.
The Hunter.
What a good movie like Logan, if you included how the X-Men were killed. Since Wolverine killed the X-Men because of Mysterio. And they changed it for, Professor X actually killed the X-Men, but in reality, in the comics, Mysterio tricks Wolverine into thinking, the villains are attacking him and it's his friends, so he kills them.
Oh, that would be a nice storyline.
Yeah,
but Wolverine is
not here anymore. But Mysterio versus Spider-Man.
That would be awesome.
Batman versus Mysterio.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't know what to say. We're very far away from Spider-Man 2.
Also, remember, like, since the current Spider-Man incarnation shares with the MCU, Mysterio is available to fight with the Avengers.
That is true, but I don't see Mysterio.
Well, it happened with Scarlet Witch in the versus Ultron. Remember that she was manipulating.
Yeah, but I don't see Mysterio being a big threat as to face the Avengers.
What if he's creating illusions to make them fight each other? Like it happened with Wolverine.
That could be a possibility.
Like,
but I don't know. In terms of the Jake Gyllenhaal being cast,
Good for him.
Good for him. I don't know that, you know, how it's going to translate, like you said. But after what happened with Heath Ledger, you know, I'm not going to judge. And after what happened with Ben Affleck as Batman, I'm not going to judge a casting.
Until I see it.
Because, let's face it, Heath Ledger killed it. No pun intended. And Ben Affleck as Batman, man, he's my favorite Batman. He's
your Batman? He's your Batman?
Yeah, he is the Batman.
What about Kevin Conroy?
I don't count him in the same category because he's...
What about Bale?
He's also awesome. But, you know, Batman in the Gargoyles in Justice League, that was awesome. I marked out. You heard me.
You marked out.
Yes.
It's funny, like, those movies suck, but he's usually the best part.
He is the best part.
He was the best part, and definitely in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know about I think Wonder Woman. I would say Wonder Woman is like right now leading.
Oh yeah, her movie was DC.
The best. We're waiting for Aquaman this year.
Yeah,
you're gonna see it.
This is gonna be awesome.
You're gonna see it. You're gonna watch
Obviously.
it. Are you gonna get dragged to?
I'm gonna drag you.
Finally.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways,
little bonus questions.
Well, first, Days Gone. Game Informer has the cover. You know, Days Gone.
What do you
Probably gonna come out the first quarter of 2019. Cannot wait for that game.
No more delays. This is it.
Hopefully, that's what they're saying. They're gunning for. I think that's probably set in stone now. First quarter of 2019, and I gotta say that it's not what people have been saying from what I've seen. That it's like a The Last of Us copy or something like that. No, it's not. It's way different. It's open world.
There's only one Last of Us.
Except.
Okay, there's not going to be two Last of Us.
Yeah. But Days Gone seems way better. I encourage you to go watch, the videos.
Days Gone looks better than The Last of Us?
I don't think so. In terms of story, I very highly doubt it. But in terms of gameplay, probably could be better.
Well, it has 4 or 5 years on it, so maybe.
Yeah. And we're talking about obviously the first Last of Us, not the second one.
Last of Us is coming next year.
Yeah, I think they haven't said anything, but I think it seems like it.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing is that I encourage you people, anybody watching this video, to go to Game Informer on YouTube and watch those videos. They have like more than an hour of gameplay. I think one video is like 50 minutes. The other videos are like 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know how many other videos.
Overall, it's an hour.
Yeah, more than an hour. And I recommend you to go watch it. It looks awesome. To be honest, I cannot wait to see more of that game.
Okay.
I cannot wait to play. Okay. But bonus questions.
Yes, those were sent to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about the first one.
What games would you erase from your mind so you could play them all over again for the first time?
Okay, let's pick 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah, and by default, I know what game you're going to say. You know what game I'm going to say.
The Witcher.
It's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Yeah,
that's our favorite game of all time.
Okay.
But let's take that out of the question.
Okay.
Because
you say one, I say one. You want to go like that?
Okay, give us your first one.
I'll go with The Last of Us first.
We
were just speaking of The Last of Us. It was an amazing journey. I didn't know what to expect. It was my third, I think. Like, I bought my PS4 in 3 games. It was Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, The Last of Us, and FIFA. The Last of Us was by far the best of the 3.
I can see why we would say that.
Yeah.
My first pick would be Batman Arkham Asylum.
Ooh,
that game was awesome. Was my first, along with Uncharted Dread's Fortune, was my first PS3 game. And I gotta say, I was a Batman fan. It was like, oh, it's Batman. So much so that I didn't went to the movies to see, The Dark Knight. I was just
Dark Knight. Not even The Dark Knight Rises.
No, The Dark Knight. I did not go to the movies. I saw the movie like months later on DVD. I didn't pay much attention, to be honest.
So like 3 times
because I did not, I was not that interested in Batman. Batman Arkham Asylum made me fall in love with Batman. I saw Dark Knight Rises 3 times in the movies, and that's big for me. That's very big. So Arkham Asylum is my first pick, hands down.
Okay.
All about that game, I love it.
Second pick, I'm gonna choose a newish game. Like, I played it this year for the first time. I'm gonna go with BioShock, the original BioShock. Amazing story.
You fell in love with those games.
I fell in love. I'm not really, that. I'm not really a shooter, first-person shooter person, but the story, the setting, Everything clicked, everything worked. I can't wait for you to finish The Witcher so you can get the platinum, man, so that you can play the 3 games of
that damn Gwent trophy. It has to be
one trophy left.
Oh man! But anyways,
BioShock.
My second pick. It's a very recent one.
Okay.
God of War.
You want to forget it already?
I want to forget it already.
You didn't have it in your head like a month ago.
Exactly. But the game is so good, man. I did not care about the other God of War games. Mm-hmm. I did not I wasn't a big fan of the gameplay, but this game, the story, the gameplay, the characters, the setting, the world, everything about this game is awesome. It's, for me, the best PS exclusive of all time.
Of all time.
It's my second favorite game of all time behind The Witcher 3. And I gotta say, that game, I would love to play it again for the first time.
Okay.
And your third game?
Third game. Initially, I was going to say Mario Kart 64, but I cannot erase all those memories with my family growing up. Like, that was our bonding. Mario Party and GoldenEye, those were the games.
Oh, Mario Party, man.
I want to get to play them all over again, but I wouldn't erase the memories with my family because that was our game. Those were our games. If I had to choose one, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's not my top 3 games. Like, it's not Witcher 3, The Last of Us, Black Flag. It's not. But it's the first game that I played on this generation.
It's the game that made you fall in love with the PS4.
Yeah. I mean, you know my story. 64, GameCube, Xbox, skipped till now, till the PS4.
Yeah.
This is the first game that I played. It was amazing. I did not know what to expect. It went from A, B, C, D, E, all the way to Z. I did not see what was coming next, but I loved every single minute with Edward Kenway in the Caribbean. This is the game that Disney needed to make with Jack Sparrow.
The one-man wrecking machine, man.
I wouldn't say he's a one-man wrecking machine, but you're invincible if you click the button right.
Exactly.
And then you have your jackdaw dominating the waters in the Caribbean.
My third game. This is going to be so nostalgic, man.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
No!
That game was awesome, man. I remember going every single day,
Forgot about that.
On the internet, seeing what were the new features for the next Grand Theft Auto. CJ, man, Carl Johnson.
Catch that damn train.
Dude, that guy reminds me of The Rock so much. I don't know why. And it's not because of the Johnson, but the story of success he has in GTA San Andreas is awesome.
Oh.
I remember so awesome how going from Los Santos to San Fierro for the first time, that countryside and all that stuff, going to Las Venturas, riding those jets, that was awesome.
Speaking of, I just finished playing this weekend GTA 5 for the first time.
How was it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
I didn't love it. San Andreas, still
the best.
Top, yeah.
For
best,
me too.
Best GTA game of all time.
For me too. And added bonus, another Rockstar game I would love to replay again for the first time, Red Dead Redemption.
I've never played it.
Either that or GTA San Andreas, my favorite Rockstar games.
Never played it. If they ever remastered it for the
And
PS4.
actually, San Andreas is in my top 5 games of all time.
Really?
Yes. I actually bought it on the PS3 in 2012, 2013, and I beat the game again. It was awesome. I love beating the game. I love the gang wars. I love going to that house in Vinewood and get that go-kart and drive around. That was awesome.
I love that game too. It's in my. I still got the Xbox. It's in my at our beach house.
Really?
Yeah, it's still there.
You can still play it.
I could still play it today if I wanted.
You should.
Maybe. Okay.
Last question before we wrap it up.
What's the best game you played this year? It doesn't have to be a new game. What's the best?
You already know the answer, man.
God of War?
Yeah, exactly. Hands down, man. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have to do a lot to beat God of War. I believe
it already beat The Last of Us for you.
Yeah. Way better for me.
Okay.
Way better. And I don't think it's,
show some respect.
I don't think it's overreacting. I love that game. Everything about that game is great.
Everything works.
But like I said, Red Dead Redemption 2, that's my most anticipated game of this year.
Okay.
And I gotta say, it's gonna have to do a lot to beat God of War. And I believe they can pull it off. It's Rockstar. GTA 5 was great. For what it was.
Mm-hmm.
GTA Online was fantastic. fantastic. That's the reason why GTA 5 has been as successful as it has been. But I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be way better. And Red Dead Online is going to be way better.
Bigger, better. Okay. You already heard me say before Bioshock. I bought.
And let's set the record straight. When he says Bioshock, it's because he played it this year, not because Bioshock came out this year.
I bought the collection this year.
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm speaking about the best games so far this year from games that have come out this year.
The question is that the best game you played this year.
But he's played an old game this year, so that's why he's
That's my cop-out answer. Or otherwise I would say, I'm not going to say.
Because you haven't played any game from this year.
I played
Batman Telltale series, episode 4 and 5.
Enemy Within.
That doesn't.
Of course it counts.
What I do to you in movies, you do to me in games, man.
I play them, but not as they come out.
And actually, I believe the best game you played this year is The Witcher 3.
I haven't played The Witcher 3.
You haven't played The Witcher 3?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
Why?
Because you always play it.
It's my palate cleanser game. Like, I finish a big game and I need 0, so play a little bit of Witcher 3.
You need to refresh yourself with The Witcher.
Yeah.
A little bit of monster killing.
Well, I had a lot of Bioshock. Bioshock 1, 2, Minerva's Den, Bioshock Infinite, and Burial at Sea 1 and 2. That was a lot of Bioshock. And I loved every single minute of it. But Bioshock is my best game that I've played this year that hasn't necessarily come out this year.
Oh, okay. So I'll give it to you, man.
God of War, in a few months maybe. I like that. I buy them in batch. I have Skyrim to play now.
Yeah, that's going to take you a long time.
Skyrim is my next game.
If you like the gameplay and the exploration, that's basically the thing for me in Skyrim is the exploration. But if you get hooked on it, it's going to take you a long time to stop playing it.
This is probably the last time they're going to see me for a while.
Hopefully not, man. I'll miss you.
It's going to be a Dragonborn.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but apparently it's a thing.
Me neither. But anyways,
guys, thank you for watching the show this week. I've had a lot of fun, even though it's almost 3 in the morning.
Yeah, man. That's why we look. If we look tired, it's because it is
3 in the morning.
So
we're playing, eating pizza. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
But we forgot that we had to tape it until now. So sorry.
Yeah. We hope you guys like this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, give us
more questions.
Questions. Leave us advice on how we can do things better. We're gonna try to get a new camera because let's face it, it doesn't look that good, but let's see where this takes us, man. Let's see where this journey takes us, and we hope you can join us in that journey, and we'll see you again next week. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.